What's going on, JRD Nation? I am Dan Whitmer, and today we're going to be taking you through some jump rope basic fundamentals. As always, this video and all of our videos are sponsored by Crossrope. It is the best jump rope experience that we have found thus far on the market, and specifically for weight loss. If you guys want 10% off our favorite jump rope, go ahead and check it out in the link below. So guys, we're finally back to posting 3 times a week again. We took a little bit of a hiatus, but now we're back and we're doing a beginner series this week. So this is gonna teach some of those who are new to the channel a lot of fundamentals. Even if you're advanced and you've been following us for a while, this is still a good series to reference to make sure that you are aligned properly and setting yourself up for success. So the first video, this one's gonna be jump rope fundamentals, and then the next 2 are going to be all about jumping rope to lose weight and doing it in the most efficient way possible. Really quick updates just to let you guys know, we got merch coming right now. I'm actually wearing it. We'll talk more about that later. The merch is coming. We have an app coming. There's a lot of exciting stuff. Nutrition coaching is coming. We just hired someone for that. So just wanted to keep you guys posted on everything we have going on here at JRD. But without further ado, let's get into today's tutorial. All right, dudes and dudettes, so the first thing that we want to talk about to get your rhythm down is jumping without a rope. So very simply, we're gonna have Brandon here demonstrating everything today. I just want you to go ahead and jump up and down, man. There you go. This is gonna be the first part to getting proficient at jumping rope. Just get that rhythm down. Next up, what we're gonna talk about is getting the rhythm down through counting. Notice how Brandon is jumping here. He wants to be even with his jumps because he wants the rope spinning around should match his feet. So in your head, Brandon's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those counts should all be even. It's really important that you have the correct rope length for jumping rope so that you're not kicking your feet. So what you want to do here is go ahead and step in the middle of your rope, and when you pull the handles up, it should come about to the middle of your chest or somewhere right below your chest. So as you can see here, the handles come a little bit above the nipple area, and the rope is just about at Brandon's nipple area. That's the size of the rope that you want. If you guys want some additional help measuring your rope, we did make a full-length video on this channel for that. It's linked up there, check it out. All right, now guys, we're gonna incorporate the rope. The first thing I wanna mention is Brandon is using a half-pound rope, which is a little bit heavier than a normal jump rope. And the reason he's doing that is because for beginners, it's really good to have a slightly heavier rope because more resistance provides more feedback, makes it a little bit easier when you're starting out. All right, the first thing that I want you guys to notice is that Brandon's knees are slightly bent. Not too much, but not stiff. Brandon is also up on his toes. You do not want to be flat-footed when you are jumping rope. It will cause injury, so be sure to be up on your toes. All right, now we're gonna talk about jump rope symmetry. Check out Brandon's hands here jutting out from the sides of his hips. If you split Brandon down symmetrically, he would look the same on either side. You don't wanna have a misalignment where one hand's up here and the other's down here. You wanna have each hand jutting right out to the right and left of your hips as you see. Next up, we're gonna talk about your wrists and your forearms. They are the most important thing. I'm just gonna say that, get that in your brain. They are the most important thing, not your feet. Don't focus on your feet. A lot of people will get into mistakes in a little bit, but they focus too much on their feet without realizing that most of the control comes from your wrists and your forearms. Now that we got the wrist action down, make sure that your hand placement is not too far forward and also not too far backward. It should be right in the middle of your body, as you see here. Brandon is jumping no more than 2 to 4 centimeters off the ground. For those of you in the United States, it's like 1 to 2 inches off the ground. But what I'm trying to say is you should have low impact because that's gonna prevent injury and keep you jumping for a long time. And lastly, for form fundamentals, we're gonna talk about posture. Brandon has perfect posture, as you can see here. His whole body is aligned from his head down to his toes. You don't wanna be leaning over, you don't wanna be leaning backwards, you wanna be nice, straight up and down.
All right, the next section here, we're gonna be going over beginner mistakes, and Dan is showing you the #1 beginner mistake, which is doing the double jump. So as you can see here, Dan is putting in 2 jumps per swing of the rope. Now, every rotation, we actually only want 1 jump. So right now, it's not what we want. We wanna move from going 2 jumps to just 1 jump. Dan, show them what 1 jump looks like. There it is. All right, next thing we're gonna talk about is alignment being off. Now, some people get completely off kilter where one arm is really high and the other one's down low. Again, we wanna stress symmetry in every movement you have. So if you're off balance and your alignment isn't right, it's gonna be hard to get in a consistent rhythm. So make sure you maintain that symmetry. Next beginner mistake is kicking your heels back. Now, a lot of people stress out about just being able to jump over the rope, so they kick their heels back like you can see Dan doing right here. This is not what you want because it's actually harder on your knees and joints, and it's harder to maintain a consistent jump rope rhythm. Next issue people have is flailing their arms around. Again, we talked about in the beginning of this video, making sure that you minimize movement and really just use your wrists and forearms to control it. So don't flail your arms like Dan's doing. It's not what you want. Keep the movement controlled. Dan, show them a controlled movement. That's what we want. The next issue a lot of people have, especially when doing tricks like crisscross, is they're holding the rope too high. Now when you do that, which Dan's about to show you, you end up tripping over the rope because when you hold the rope high, as in your hands are moving upward, it's harder to jump over the rope. You have less slack to jump over. It's very common sense, but it's something people struggle with all the time, so make sure you keep your hands down so this doesn't happen to you. Another beginner jump rope mistake is just using a crappy jump rope. Now, if you have a jump rope that doesn't have much resistance, it's gonna be harder to learn to jump rope. Like we said in the beginning of this video, the reason why we're using a heavier jump rope by cross rope right here is because it provides more feedback. It makes it easier to feel the rope as it comes around. It makes it easier to get those rotations and rhythm going. So an issue we hear about from our community quite a bit is people start off using very light, kind of low quality jump ropes, and they struggle when they first learn to jump rope. The reason being is those jump ropes don't provide much feedback. They're really light and kind of flimsy. And so when the rope comes around, it's hard to feel that feedback and be able to get in a consistent rhythm. That's why we recommend using heavier ropes when you're getting started. It's really good for beginners. As you can see, Dan has been utilizing in this video so far.
So as you guys have noticed now, we love cross rope, we use them all the time, but we want to be very clear here at the Jump Rope Dudes. Any jump rope is better than no jump rope. So no matter what jump rope you're using, it's better than not using a jump rope. So if you're a total beginner and you don't really know if you like jump rope yet and you're kind of just getting started, it wouldn't be a bad idea to buy a cheaper jump rope. And we actually made a video on the best cheaper jump rope options on the internet. It's linked up here if you want to check it out. Having said that, we're always going to be very honest with you guys in saying that not all jump ropes are created equal, especially if you're trying to lose weight and get that shredded physique like we always talk about here at the Jump Rope Dudes. That is the reason why we chose and love cross rope, because cross rope is not just a jump rope, it is a jump rope weight loss system, meaning you can attach very quickly a bunch of different types of ropes with different lengths and different weights so that you can change up your workout and help you burn more fat in less time. The last thing that I want to say about the cross rope is the durability. When you jump rope as much as Brandon and myself do, which is basically every day, you don't want to have to replace your jump rope every month or two. So another great thing about the cross rope is they are made from the highest quality parts. To be totally honest with you, Brandon and I beat the crap out of our jump ropes and we do not need to replace them often. So that's another thing to consider. Jump Rope Dudes and Dudettes, thank you for tuning in to another hopefully informative tutorial. Be sure to stay tuned for Wednesday when we talk about specifically how do you jump rope to lose weight. If you like this video and found it helpful, please give it a like, followed by a subscribe. If you want to continue to jump rope, get lean, and live more, I'm Dan, that's Brandon, always encouraging you to do the thing.